to this freaking podcast.
Yeah, I was half expecting to come with like an iced coffee, huge oversized sunglasses. Like, so sorry. Sorry, that's my agent. Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing?
A little dog,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and a man purse.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, guys.
An assistant
Train
behind-
delay. I'm not used to that.
How do you guys do it?
I don't even know how you live here.
There's so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You have like an agent with scripts behind you.
Yeah, just like fumbling. They're all like going into the street.
Garfield 2. Are you sure you don't want to read it?
Pass.
Damn, Jeremiah got really successful in the time between since I played pool with him 2 months ago.
Podcasting, so weird.
Oh my god.
Yeah, hey man, that's the new
gold mine. Yeah.
That's a new that's a new gold mine, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make that Andrew Schultz money.
Yeah, I'm trying to get. I don't know. I also want to announce something for the fans. You can tell maybe by my facial scarring and bruising. I am now passed to the Mothership. I got jumped in at the Mothership. They jumped me in. So now I can do spots when I go to town there.
Good for you, Wolfgang. You had that cooking, didn't you?
I was just not that, but I've just been thinking a lot because I was out there and I did the mic.
Yeah.
And I like spent like 10 minutes just like smoking weed out front and just watching the door guys like uninterrupted shadow box for like 10 minutes straight.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome, but yeah.
Have you done that yet, Jeremiah? You did like Kill Tony and stuff there, right?
We did like a Kill Tony there, and then I judged like a roast battle there, and then supposed to go back there next month. We're doing some Dr. Phil lives.
Oh,
there.
nice.
That's
That's
sick,
awesome.
So that should be fun.
That's Adam Ray, right?
Yep.
He does that character like perfectly. It's
Yeah,
He's a
he
great
ha-
voice.
he
this
has-
guy.
I cannot believe. I thought it was actually him. Like for the first like clip I saw.
Dude,
I thought it was,
multiple
actually Dr.
people
Phil.
have like been confused and they're like, it's funny, but like, why is Dr. Phil doing comedy now?
Comedy.
I was like-
they're like lost.
I was like, Dr. Phil's
You do
really
whatever you
quick
want
and
in
funny.
retirement,
I had no
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that Scary Movie 3 fucking practice probably got him.
Was Adam Ray in Scary Movie 3?
No, Dr. Phil.
Oh,
was.
Dr. Phil,
he was
yeah.
with
He-
Shaq in the beginning.
Well, he went face to face with the Cash Me Outside. How about that girl?
He
And
did.
that was
Yeah.
He made her.
that put her on the map.
Hell
yeah.
Yeah, he made that bitch famous.
She's
He
having
put
a
her-
kid
he
now,
blew her
a
up.
bad baby.
She's having a bad baby. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, Jinx.
Yeah, you owe me another girl iced coffee.
Yeah, I'll get another girl iced coffee.
What's your guys' order at Dunkin'?
I actually experimented. I got cold foam. I never do cold foam. And then she was like, with whole milk? And I was like, all right. if you insist.
If you insist, sure.
If you insist.
Sure,
How about you?
sure,
What's your coffee? You know what I miss? The bean, I call it. The coffee bean. That was a good
Oh,
LA
yeah?
spot. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have many coffee beans out here in
There's
New York?
no coffee beans
Oh,
out
really?
here. No beans.
I didn't know that.
They have the bean.
They don't have beans in New York.
They don't have beans.
We only have Dunkin' Donuts where the most like racist South Asian people and racist black people go at it with each other.
Wolfgang's half Indian.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. My mom is Indian.
So, what is the story behind you being named Wolfgang?
Oh yeah. My dad wanted to name me Wolfgang. My mom said no, that's stupid. We're not gonna do that. But then my mom had a very difficult time giving birth to me, so she was on a lot of morphine. And my dad was kind of like, "Can I see that birth certificate real quick?"
Oh,
Just
no.
like-
Holy shit.
and just signed it in. And by
Your dad is a libertarian.
yeah, dude, libertarian dad, Asian mom, classic combination.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ballsy move right there.
I know. That's
a forever choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honey, you said yes when you're on the morphine.
Yeah,
you don't remember?
He turned his firstborn son into a tattoo, basically.
That is very sneaky.
Yeah.
That's
but-
a sneaky white.
Yeah, it's very. I mean,
Because
they-
Wolfgang,
epic
that's a big
name.
swing of
They
a
know,
name.
they know how to
too.
play the game, those whites. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's worked out for me. I mean,
Yeah, it is a cool name.
it bought me a lot of undeserved credit with black people growing up.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
How
Tyler the Creator was popping off like when I was in high
Odd
school and
Future
middle
Wolfgang.
school. So Odd Future Wolfgang, Kill 'Em All, and like they're like, oh, dude, you're like Tyler the Creator. I was like, yeah, I'm something of a Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
myself.
I'm a indie underground hip hop kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm Tyler the Creator. I have sex with men. But yeah,
I saw him in LA once. He had a big head. That's all I remember. He was skateboarding by the Cantors.
That was the same when I met Dealey in real life.
They say a lot of stars have big heads.
They do.
Yeah,
like,
that's a thing.
physically.
Yeah, I guess like
I guess it looks good on camera.
That's what I heard. Oh, I smell a sitcom. You
Oh
too.
my God, stop it.
L.A. guys, they know what looks good on camera.
Wolfgang and puppy paws.
Yeah.
Man, how is it out there? I'm visiting next month, Los Angeles.
Good. Yeah. No complaints.
I'm judging the roast battle for the
Oh,
first
that'd
time
be
in
great.
the Comedy Store.
Heck
I'm so
yeah.
excited.
Yeah, that'd be
it feels
fun,
like a full
man.
circle.
Dude, it's awesome. And I mean, you're so great at that format. It makes total sense.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love when you guys did the fucking wave in that belly room. I was amazed at how quickly you guys came up with those bits after we
We might be doing a little reunion soon or something.
Maybe there's
No.
a streamer with
There
a
might
big
be.
festival. There might be.
There might be. We cannot disclose information at this time.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm not gonna tell you. It's Netflix. It's the Netflix festival.
I'll tell you what. It's not JFL this year. It's not that one.
This is the first time I'm hearing about it. They have a festival? Wow, I've never heard about this before.
Just for laughs. Nobody's laughing anymore.
Nobody's
That's what they say. New faces, more like old faces.
They said I was too funny to do it. That's why they didn't answer my email. JFL didn't read my tape and they closed.
The disgusting Justin Trudeau wouldn't let me do it. He wouldn't let me do it.
I just wanted to do a little 5-minute set and they indicted me.
I had a really tight set and they indicted me.
And now they're bankrupt.
And now they're bankrupt. But it's a fraud on me.
How is the LA comedy scene? I've never been.
It's good.
Jeremiah is one of the very,
good.
very few people I saw work his way from the ground up and like have success with that.
That's hard to
Like
do.
we were doing the same mics when I think we like moved there around the same time, and you were like good at like.
In like 2010.
Oh, that was a few years after you. I
yeah,
came in
yeah.
2013.
Yeah. I moved there in 09. Started doing stand up there in beginning of 2010. Which is crazy that,
know.
this is year 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Going
through puberty.
But, we used to hit a lot of the same mics.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd see each
Sabor y
other.
cultura.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And we were the two guys who were really high energy, and the rest of the open micers just
know.
looked at their notes like, why
It's
is this guy yelling?
It's always interesting at open mics when comics don't give any energy. I'm like, well,
I
you're gonna
know.
give some energy at shows. Like I know
Yeah.
you're a lower energy comic, but you're not gonna give anything. It's just weird to me.
It's a coolness thing. They don't want to like commit.
Try?
Yeah, because they don't want to look like they're. They don't want to do what we kind of like pushed through, which was just like
I
big
always
swings
did.
and then just
Yeah,
like
big
comics.
swing, big misses. Why not?
Well, that's how you get better.
Yeah.
It's what. I mean, it's like everything comics do. They're being dickheads out of fear. You know what I mean?
I think I remember I said something like this at an alt mic once because I used to do alt mics and I'd bomb there because I'd be trying.
So did I.
And
Lyric Hyperion,
I
baby.
did this like big act out, and afterwards I was like, do you guys not like performance? Like I was so mad I got nothing. It
That's
literally got
awesome.
nothing.
That's so good. I've wanted to say that many a
I
time.
mean, I'm just like, what are we? Come on, guys.
No, they want to see a guy who's like, this is fucking stupid. you
I
know?
I have said, what do you people want from me?
Yeah.
like several
Yeah,
times.
hey man.
I'm gonna start saying and scene. All right, that's my time,
Oh, no,
everybody.
you should like have a bad set and just be like, check please.
Check, please. Housekeeping.
I used to do this bit. It's so inside baseball that like that's why I would never do it at like actual shows, but I do it at mics. I was like, dude, like improvisers have the luxury of doing a scene that doesn't go well, and then they just run across the stage. And
Oh,
then,
yes,
So I would
absolutely.
do a joke,
Uh-huh.
and then it wouldn't do well, and then I'd just run across.
That's
the
good. I
stage.
think that's a good bit.
I don't know. I think it's so inside baseball.
It
Maybe I could
is.
spell it out to the audience.
The problem
but-
is most normal people have never been to an improv show.
That's the thing.
And why would you?
Right.
You know,
It's so
like,
inside
it's-
of that community.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I used to do it at like Iowa West and those improv theaters,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it would crush. But
I'm sure.
yeah, silly.
They do that in black comedy too, like in Def Jam.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
the run around thing when a joke's really good.
Mostly magic shows.
Yeah, magic shows too.
That's when it goes well.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's when
right.
it goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, white people run across the room when it's going badly. Black people do it when it's going
Go
really,
good.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
How different we are.
Yeah.
I've been doing this thing where like I'll have the host bring me up is like this next guy wants you to know he has 2,000 followers. Give it up for
That's
Wolfgang
really
on
funny.
there.
I used to go, and now that I actually have a podcast, I don't. But I used to say I've been a guest on over 3 podcasts.
That's good.
And then your audience is like, "What?"
Yeah, one time, the host was like,
Robbie Goodwin!
the host was like, "You mean 4?"
yeah.
I was like, "That's the bit."
I like the spaces you guys are in. Those.
Oh yeah, this is actually. Have you not been here before?
Uh-uh.
They actually do stand up here. It's great.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
nice.
they like they've had List here a couple
Joe List
times.
comes here all the time.
Mark
Cool.
Normand, Stav came the other month. Shane did it before he left.
It's like a really once like the stage is set up and everything, like they're setting it up for the podcast for us, but like usually there's a stage and chairs and it's like
and sometimes they have quinceañeras here.
Yeah, and then it's like we rented out like an Asian birthday party to this weekend, and they're like, maybe I shouldn't say this, but he was like, the Asians are the best at cleaning up after themselves. So I was like, that checks out.
Respect. Yeah. Respectful.
They are very. Look, their trains. Have you seen Japanese trains? They're so nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're like
the bullet trains
pristine
and all this stuff?
Yeah, well, even on the subway, everyone's like keeping to themselves.
Yeah, there's got to be like a horror movie in Japan where it's just a guy taking like a train in New York on vacation.
That's funny.
That's like the whole point of the movie.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's terrified.
There are children in the conductor's boxes. They're making noises.
Yeah, he has to.
He's Asian. He can do it.
He can do it. He's a lot South Asian.
He's South Asian, Pacific Islander,
South
one
Asian.
of those browns. I don't know.
Well, there's a weird economy of South Asians can do the Asian comedy festivals, but then they call their festivals South Asian, so the Pan Asians can't do it. It's a little bit of have your cake and eating it too.
This is me taking a dump. That's why it sounds a little different.
It's a little different. Have her cake and eat it too, much like Rosie O'Donnell. She's a big fat pig. I can't believe how long that Rosie O'Donnell feud has been, by the way, because he like slammed her during that presidential debate. Do you remember? He was like, Megyn Kelly was like,
he holds grudges,
Nerd rage is powerful.
I watched an old SNL from like 2002 that he was in, and he was like, Rosie O'Donnell sucks. And I was like, that's a decades-long feud, and how much life.
That's my like theory. Like I have a long working theory that he's actually secretly a gay man because he's only had sex with like 10 out of 10 models. He like does woman affectations when he talks. Like, I do like.
He loves decorating.
Loves decorating. But that's another thing is that like he has like a age-long blood feud with a lesbian. Classic.
That
gay
is
guy
very
trait.
gay. That's good.
Super.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. He will, and he always tweets about the Oscars every year.
Oh my god,
which is very gay.
Yeah, but the talking in second person thing too is really
yeah.
We're all here.
We're all here. Yeah.
We're mad right now. We're all upset.
Yeah, he dances at the end of his. He's the only presidential candidate that dances at the end of his fucking rallies.
Yeah, unfortunately, he has too much. Yeah, but he's got the unbeatable Riz. He's checked in at the Riz Carlton forever.
The Riz Carlton. So Jeremiah, how you have one kid, right? Or do you have a second one?
I have two.
Yeah.
Dropped two out there.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So how old's the second one now?
He's gonna be 1 in June.
Oh man,
fuck! Time flies so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because I remember when you're gonna drop that album.
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday.
I know, dude.
How's that going?
Good. We just it's just got a re-release on Sirius XM. We're putting out the album, and
that's awesome.
Get a little residues.
it's called Daddy. I'm wearing the shirt right now.
Oh, nice. Call him Daddy, everybody.
Call him
That's
Daddy.
a new podcast on Barstool.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere else our fans can check that?
It's a special on YouTube. It got re-released through 800 Pound Gorilla.
Rosie O'Donnell's an 800-pound gorilla. That's what we say.
But yeah, it's online. It's Sirius
great.
XM, different places, and yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Dude, I have a story that's fresh, hot off from last night.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
was it Lewis? What did Lewis do?
No, it wasn't Lewis.
Damn.
It wasn't Lewis. Last night at Gotham, I'm doing a guest set there, and they start getting like really like. Like when the staff starts getting flustered, like you know that somebody's gonna be coming in or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
They're like, okay, so everybody's getting their time cut like a little bit, like
Yeah.
they're running over to all the comics. Like everybody's like shrinking their sets a little bit. I'm like, okay.
Damn.
And then as I'm walking to the stage, I look over and Seinfeld's in the lobby.
No way.
Yeah, and I look at the host. I go, yo, am I still going on or like what's happening? He goes, you're going on. I'm like, okay. Like he wasn't ready to go on yet. Wow. So I go on and I have a good set, and I get off, and Seinfeld's in the wings waiting to go up. And he leans in. He goes, very funny set.
Really?
Yeah. He goes.
My God.
He goes. Very funny. I really liked your Patrick Mahomes voice in that joke.
Oh, do you do Patrick Mahomes?
I do a Patrick Mahomes.
That's great,
impression.
man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like this.
Yeah, it's Kermit with a little black accent on it.
You got a little stank on it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's good.
Yeah. So he I've been doing this bit about Patrick Mahomes, and he liked the
That's
joke.
great.
So I was like,
dude,
that was cool. It was
like
the
apex of comedy. That's like the best it gets, probably.
It was dope. I mean,
I can't
as far as
imagine.
like, it was a cool moment. And Renan, he was off on the side.
Yeah.
He goes, You just got the seal of approval from Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh my God, Renan.
It was so cool.
He's like, I love Renan, but he's like a little Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you have to go like,
that's showbiz, baby. You did it.
Thanks, Renan. I really appreciate that. Thanks, man. That means a lot.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, if he saw my stuff, maybe he liked my smarter stuff, maybe. But good for you. Good for you.
That's a pretty good impression. Yeah,
Thanks. Yeah, Renan's very talented.
Yeah,
he's great. I think he just dropped in a special recently.
Yeah, I saw him run it.
Or no, he just shot it. He just shot the special. I was talking about it.
I saw him run the hour in Chicago. It was very, very good. Very, a lot of jokes. I go, fuck, I wish I wrote that. I wish.
Yeah. I watched all his. I actually met him for the first time last night. I was like, hey, dude, I want to introduce myself. I see your clips. I think you're funny, but I don't think we've met.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown after you've seen the clips, because the clips are great, but then you meet Renan. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, fuck. One time I was talking to Renan in like a circle.
That'd have been perfect.
And he was like,
"Yeah,
you do like voices, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I was like what kind? Like what? Adam Sandler? Do Adam Sandler right now? And I was like, "I did it." And he just stared at me and was like, "Okay." Like I was like, "Why'd you make me do that?"
Oh, dude, he alphaed you.
He alphaed me as
He
fuck.
gave you a command and you immediately followed through.
I know. He was like, "Jump," and then he just was like, "Okay, I see what you did," but not like okay, that sucks. Just like, okay, I get it. Like, okay, I compute.
Impressions is one of those weird things, though, in general, where it's really difficult, I think, to do them for one-on-one.
Yeah,
because it's you're there's a high chance you're gonna get a response like that. Like,
for sure.
oh, cool. Like, and it's not fulfilling either, because like if somebody's asking you to do it, like if they don't praise you afterwards, then you're in your head, you're like, oh, frick,
that
what
suck.
the like, you know what I mean? So it's one of those weird, like, right away, because everybody with impressions, everybody thinks that they know exactly what that person sounds like to them.
Yeah.
Have you ever
that's
done
a good
one?
Point. That's a good point. And
because everybody hears it differently.
Have you guys ever done one where like?
Or you're cutting me off. I don't
Oh,
know.
I'm sorry. Maybe we'll both finish this. It's a thing I tend to do.
Thank you for calling him out on that.
Well,
that's his catchphrase.
Yeah.
It's just cutting people off.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna ask you follow-up questions. Have you ever done it for someone and it's like an impression you feel like you have down, but then they're like, it's not there yet.
Kind of. They don't say that, but it's definitely more like kind of like a, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Like where it's like, well, why'd you ask me to do it?
That's
then?
literally exactly like Renan. Yeah, that's like exactly it. But
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I think that's a weird. I think that's just a thing in general. If you do voices,
what are your ringers? Like, what are your best ones? I saw you close with some bangers at Rooster Teeth Feathers when.
Yeah. People, the bits I've been doing lately on stage in this new hour I'm working on. Stay Them, Patrick Mahomes.
I saw the Stay Them. That was great. That was fantastic.
That's a fun one.
Wait, Jason Statham?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about? We can talk about anything, mate.
I'm gonna draw a really fast call.
Never mind. If he's gonna try to do all these impressions right after I do the ones
he was impressed by you, so he wanted to imitate you, much like.
I guess so.
It's the sincerest form of flattery.
I mean, I guess, but
Now you're sort of doing the same thing I was doing.
this guy just keeps trying to cut me off over here.
Maybe so.
I don't know if I like this guy.
I'm a driver.
No, I'm trying to cut you off. I'm more trying
Never
to call
met a
Robbie
Wolfgang
out.
I liked.
How many Wolfgangs have you met?
Enough to know I don't like you.
You're the first one. You're the first one, and it's been a big miss.
Well, hey, I'm gonna do The Rock now. Since you're doing Statham, how dare you big dog me?
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
This remake is odd.
Yeah. And I'm Peter.
Why am I tequila?
Yeah, Peter Griffin.
Me. Yeah. Oh, and I'm Peter.
Yeah. Ow, Peter.
Oh, Peter.
Peter.
I'm Peter. That's my new thing when I don't know. It's just a funny bailout anytime.
You
people
still
are-
a Family Guy.
Well,
and
even
anytime
that-
somebody else does an impression.
Or people like riffing.
I don't know.
Or people like riffing, and I just love like doing the complete anti-yes, and it'd be like, and I'm here, and I'm Peter. Just like,
You're right.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
just I love bringing scenes
Yeah,
to
yeah.
a screeching halt by
Yeah, it's
saying
like-
I'm Peter.
Sorry, guys, that joke's for me.
Yeah. We gotta get the drunks. We gotta get the car. We gotta go as fast as we can. All right.
But I have to admit something. I don't know how to drive, and I don't like crime. I just wanted to hang out with you.
You don't have your license. What are you doing?
I just wanted you to impress you because you're big and strong.
Peter, the only thing you need to impress is the guy that's in right here.
Thank you. Who's that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Thank you, Coach Carter,
You've heard
from
the
the movie Coach Carter.
I was trying to do The Rock, and then I realized I don't know how he talks.
Sounds like a Southern football coach.
Well, listen here, you son bitch. I'm going to do Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There we go. That I can hear.
All right.
We're getting somewhere.
There we go. We're just three big, strong guys, right, guys?
Real strength is being able to share your feelings with your friends and apologize when you cut a good new friend off. Sorry about that, Jeremiah. It's a force of habit. Sometimes I have to bring Robbie's voices to a screeching halt.
Sometimes you have Stone Cold Steve autism.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have stone cold racism by silencing POC voices like your South Asian friend.
I'm a POC, a PETA of cartoon.
And that's for nobody, folks.
And, all right, I'm going to run across
scene.
the room.
Yeah.
We all say, set down the headphones and
Change.
run across the podcast.
Yeah. All right, can we get a suggestion?
Maybe we just change the seating alignment.
That would be funny to do an improv show. Now I'm thinking like we do an improv show, and then it's like, oh, I heard Peter, and they're like, no, I said cafe. Peter Griffin. Okay, let's go.
The most critical one, which I understand why people are critical of this one, is when they hear that I voiced the Joker on Cartoon Network for a little bit.
Dude, that's so good at the Harley Quinn thing, right?
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah, it's called DC Superhero Girls. Did a couple episodes with that, and so I will sometimes. People will sometimes see that in the credits and come out to the show because of that, or they'll hear the host say it like as they go on or something.
This guy voiced the Joker,
right?
Oof.
So I choose sparingly when to use that one because it sometimes is a distracting credit because people like I'll see a superhero fan or a comic book nerd who's legit in the audience who is wearing a Joker or a Batman shirt or something, and the first thing when they come to the table after the show, they're like, "Can I hear your Joker?"
Oh my god!
And they're judging me hard in real time. So that one. That one is for me is out of any celebrity stuff
because they've memorized everyone who's ever played the Joker, and
that's pretty cool.
And they're comparing you.
Yeah,
to those
that's stressful.
Yeah, but luckily I have a pretty good swing ratio.
Can you do the Joker?
Sure. Let's see. Do we want to set up some kind of scenario?
Okay,
or anything like that?
All right, I'll be Batman.
Okay, I figured you'd.
Hey,
be
it's
Batman.
me, Batman. Okay,
Well, if it isn't one of my only greatest foes, Batman. Great to see you here, Batman.
Oh, wow, that's really fucking good. That's great. That's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
That's really good. You became the Joker, too. I saw,
Joker, it's me, Dr. Jordan Peterson, famous psychologist here to...
Dr. Jordan Peterson sounds a little bit more like this, actually. He's one of my favorite impressions to
It's
do.
one of your favorite impressions to do. That's
It's
fascinating.
I'm Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I've been eating a lot of red meat lately.
There's a lot of Canadians and Kermit the Frogs right here on set right now.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like if I modulate mine to be a little bit closer
I'm
to
Jordan.
yours-
I'm Jordan B.
I
Peter
think it's pretty
Griffin.
good.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
pretty good. Yeah.
My daughter Michaela and I have been working on it a lot, actually.
Oh, a lot. That's good.
A lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
lot.
has bloody
lot.
huge knockers. It's
she is hot.
Very
That
hot
Jordan
daughter.
Peterson
Oh,
daughter.
please don't talk
I
about
love
my
my
daughter
daughter.
that way.
Don't
Really? Why not?
She's a woman.
hello,
of
Michaela's
her
eyes
own-
are up here.
This is just Joe Rogan's inner monologue. Just constant Jordan Petersons in his brain.
Yeah. Well, he can't help it. His eyes are literally down there.
So I've auditioned for a couple other Joker stuff. I haven't landed it, but I've at least been auditioning
That's a good- that's a good
for some other on some other shows and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That'd be
I mean-
cool if you could just get in a new Arkham game or something.
That'd be sick. Because Hamill's done.
Hamill's done.
he is. There's a couple go-to guys that they use.
They use Troy a lot.
They use Troy a lot. Yeah. But he's awesome.
He's really he does like every voice, right? Like every
does a
video
lot.
game voice.
He does a lot
Yeah.
of video game voices.
yeah, he's the Timothy Chalamet of video games.
Kinda,
Actually.
yeah. Yeah, he does Nathan Drake. That's a really good one, right?
No, that's Nolan North.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of? Who did he do? He does someone in Uncharted.
He does his older brother Sam in Uncharted 4.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Damn,
so
Wolfgang.
I play a lot of fucking video
I
games.
know, dude. I was like, damn, you're deep in the lore there, dude.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I heard. Speaking of which, I heard not to disparage your bosses. I heard the new Suicide Squad game is not great. Have you played it?
I didn't play it. I like because they attached it to like the Arkham games, but they made a lot of like creative liberties. I mean, a lot of video games going right now through like this company called Sweet Baby Incorporated, which is like it's like a video game company run by like basically like leftist people, and that like has caused like a lot of ire because they go through
Okay.
and they kind of just like edit things like, all right, you could make this maybe like more diverse here, or like maybe this is like a microaggression there.
Yeah.
But like they go through and they like kind of like restructure a lot of stories. And they work on big games, like they worked on like The Last of Us, Spider-Man 2, and stuff like that.
Cool.
But it makes nerds mad because
I see.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't care as long as a video game comes out and it's fun. But it just
Yeah.
didn't look fun. I don't like the Sunset Overdrive style.
Yeah. I missed
Mechanics.
the fighting in the Arkham games for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It is funny. People are like complaining about like DEI or whatever, but they're like overusing that phrase. Like, you know, that Baltimore bridge collapse thing. You know, their mayor who's just black comes out and like, DEI mayor, look at that. I'm like, that doesn't mean just a black guy. That's like it's Baltimore. They're gonna it's a black city.
Also, if anything, it's India's fault. There's an Indian cargo ship. That
It was. You
crashed
know,
into
it
the
smelled
bridge.
crazy in there.
Yeah. Didn't work on Twitter. I don't know why we're doing it on the
It
podcast.
did work on Twitter. I
Did
got
it
like
work on
80
Twitter?
likes or something.
Oh, there you go.
But I got one guy saying that ain't it, Chief.
Yeah. Well.
Which that's
Dude,
that's the
okay.
killer
dance.
You know, okay. A couple of my least favorite internet comments right now.
Yeah.
This ain't it.
I what the hell? Who are these
Basically, white people that like steal the way black women speak are the most annoying.
They're the
commenters.
yeah.
This ain't it. And we done with the 90s.
I hate we done with the 90s.
hate it so much. I mean, I'm a 90s kid, so of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's frustrating, but I'm like,
Yeah.
why is this a thing? We done
It's
with
a
the
basketball.
90s.
It's LeBron's.
I
it's-
understand.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I hate
Oh,
like
did LeBron say it one time?
No, because it's like LeBron's fan base are they like it's always Michael Jordan then
Always,
LeBron,
yeah, yeah.
The
and they
Blazers,
want to be like
yeah.
we're done with the night. What they're saying is like Michael Jordan would suck in the NBA today, and they're like we're
so
done. We're
insane.
over it. It's so
Yeah.
like little kid narcissist. Like now is the best time ever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like every
die,
era-
old man.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate.
Yeah.
I get like you tried, little bro, and it's like somebody that's like 15. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey nephew, why don't you fucking tone it down? I'm unk right now. I'm almost
Yeah,
30.
yeah,
Shut
yeah.
up.
TikTokers are like TikTokers. They all say, I guess anyone can start a podcast.
Yeah,
that
and
one
you're like,
sucks.
It's more of that like
Yeah.
nobody
yeah,
has.
that's the point. That's why they're popular.
yeah. It's more. It's the annoying thing is that it's like nobody has an original like heckle.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's all these stock lines that you just see over and over again, and it's just like you don't even have your own
Exactly.
thought to
Yeah.
be critical of somebody.
Best heckle I had at a show.
Yeah.
Happened a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And this guy waited for in between, you know, when you're transitioning from one joke to another.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
guy waited and he goes,
Oh my god.
"What are you running from?"
Oh my god, that's so good. That's good.
I laughed so hard on stage. I was like, "What?"
That guy
the
listens to Mark Maron.
Yeah.
Like, he's like,
Dude, it was like it was such a good heckle
That's a
where I
good
was
one,
like,
yeah.
it's so ridiculous. I riffed on it for a while on stage. I was like, this is so weird.
yeah.
Your
Your riffs, because I did a little guesty at Roosters. Jeremiah was very kind to throw me a set when he was doing
Oh
Roosters
yeah.
T Feathers.
San Fran.
And you like riff like 20 minutes just on like the audience just being like, what was it, consultants or something? Like you asked one I
I asked two people in a row what they did for work, and I'm like, all right, well, you guys do the same thing. I don't really want to talk about this anymore. And
Yeah.
then the third person I asked was the exact same job
it's
title. I
so
was like,
Silicon Valley. It was
Yeah.
it was like it sounded like a
It's-
fake title.
It's like
Yeah.
that in DC, but for politics.
Yeah,
too. Like
sure.
you'll ask somebody what they like do for work, and they're like, I can't talk about that. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Right.
if you don't tell me what you do for work right now, I'm gonna say you work for Israel.
Yeah, that's
Which you
funny.
probably do.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, it feels like in the Bay Area, it's like, yeah, I'm a project coordinator. It's like,
Yeah.
what do I do
You're a
with
made-up
that?
player.
Yeah, it's, like,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
made up.
You
It's
just-
all
you
made
just
up
shoved
email
words
jobs.
together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm a Batman facilitator of custodial
That's
studies.
Jeremiah's role when he plays the Joker.
yeah.
Batman facilitator.
Batman, yeah, the guy who hired him, that's his title.
Yeah, the newest Batman. I'm the facilitator.
My name is
My name is Facilitator Jones.
Batman. I'm gonna send you an email. It's me, the facilitator.
I'm going to send you an email about a meeting that was addresses an email about a previous correspondence on Teams.
Batman, I booked a conference room.
I cheat on my wife on every sales conference.
Not the facilitator. His job is expendable, but somehow he's been with the company for 10 years.
That's good. You do like a good like Pete Holmes Batman. Like when he
Yeah.
does the Batman.
It's
the
just-
college humor age Batman.
Yeah, it's kind of just doing Pete Holmes. I think that's because,
I don't think it's bet.
yeah,
Yeah, dude. Steal like an artist.
exactly. Well, the thing about impressions is sometimes one guy will get it, and then you kind of are doing an
It's
impression
funny
of the
when like
impression.
impressionists though, like that are very funny comedians, like they treat impressions like the way premises and jokes are, where it's like intellectual property. Like I remember even in the early 2000s when
Yeah.
Dana Carvey and Michael Myers had the feud because he's like he's doing my
Lauren
Michaels,
Michaels, yeah.
It's just like
But everyone does Lorne Michaels.
everyone does Lorne
Yeah,
Michaels.
the thing was like, but the pinky thing, I guess, was Dana Carvey. But it's
Yeah,
like,
did that.
yeah, I don't know. If you're, I think they were just. I just think they had a falling out around that time, and then it must suck for Dana Carvey if they like split, and then Mike Myers makes the biggest movie of all time. You know?
Are they still like?
No, they're like friendly again.
Yeah.
But it was like during a bad. I think it was like after. It was like right after Wayne's World 2, and they had like a big falling out. I think.
Gotcha.
So it was, I think he was just like. And then then he uses your like signature Lawrence, but it's
Gotcha.
like you're not going to use that for anything as great as
Yeah,
Doctor
you
Evil.
just see me on Netflix. Hi, I'm Peter. Wolfgang betrayed me. He moved to Austin and he betrayed me.
Jeremiah after the show is like gives you his card. He's like, hey, if you want to be on the Batman thing, doing Peter.
Though this wasn't a heckle, but the funniest thing I ever saw was like in it was in Wilmington, North Carolina. My buddy Brian Granger was like on stage. It was like 100 people in this like small bar, and there's a seat open in the front, and like just the thickest pog I've ever seen walks up
Hell
in
yeah.
front, sits in the front, is wearing like something that's just like it's a very bold outfit choice that immediately draws attention to that. God has blessed her in certain
Hell yeah,
ways,
nice.
and he's like, "Oh, we got a beautiful lady in the front," and she gets like uncomfortable and kind of does like that.
Yeah.
And then he just says like the funniest like black comedian line I've ever heard is like, "Ma'am, you can cross them arms, but you can't cross them titties."
Just complete nonsense.
Destroys
Complete nonsense.
schizophrenic nonsense, but just fucking the whole bar's like, yeah.
Just pure black man cadence. I mean, that's why they're the best comedians, though.
You can't-
That's why black guys.
You can't make this stuff up, folks. It's the best.
Oh, that's great. I can't. Yeah. To your heckle thing, the best one I ever got was at the West Side Comedy Theater when I used to host that show. And I was like, I was pretty new, not new, but like I didn't have a lot of club hosting experience or whatever. And it was like a comedy club basically. And in the front row was this like cool looking British guy who was like crossing his arms and he was like smiling but not laughing. I wasn't doing that good. It was like, I went up at the top and I was like, look, look at you. You have like a very British laugh. You're just smiling. And then he goes, they're funnier in Britain. Like he was British.
Oh, wow.
And the crowd erupted. It was like, it got a bigger laugh than anything I said or would go on to say.
You called it.
And then it turned out he was like a character actor. Like he actually was an important person. So it was
You should have just made fun of
double
British comedy
devastating.
because British comedy sucks.
I agree. Like I there's a lot of things I could have done in retrospect.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, fuck. I just take the L.
my whole like I also
Introduce
should
Damon
like
Wayans or whoever.
study more of it, but my whole conception of British comedy is like Russell Brown being like, God's guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
God's not real.
Well, British comedy is just our comedy from 10 years ago, is what I
That
realized.
might be it.
That's
yeah,
why
it's
they're
just
like
watching
now
your
they're.
little brother wear your clothes.
That's why Ricky Gervais has a special called like Triggered. Like it's
Oh
like
yeah,
this is what
dude.
Rogan was doing.
Well,
in
we are back
2015.
in like the comedians with caution tape around their mouth era for
Yeah,
their
yeah.
specials.
That's true.
It's real.
Comedians with caution tape getting canceled.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah. Don't show your sister. Have you toured like Europe that much, Jeremiah, or anything like that? Like, or any crazy places?
No, we did years ago. We did like a, this was like, this was pre-pandemic. So we did a Europe run with Kill Tony. That was cool. And we did
Sick.
Australia. That was fun. But that, as far as like Europe, that's my only experience over there. Yeah.
Down under.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool though.
Oh wait, you were in. Yeah, that's right. You were like the saxophone guy on Kill Tony for a while, right?
Hello, this guy does his research on his guests.
No, I didn't recognize you. You had longer hair back. I like briefly met you one time. I was carrying a girl's wheelchair on stage in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys were doing like a show there, and my friend Caroline went on stage, but she has like, bad legs. So yeah, we just carried the wheelchair. But yeah, no, dude, that's crazy. Wow, I'm retarded. My bad. Dude, they call me the
That's so
Nardwar
funny.
of comedy
That was really
interviews.
funny though. That was like an Adam Egget moment for you, dude.
Oh, what? He told me I drink cum. You drink fucking
so where
cum?
hey Jeremiah, where do you get your ideas from?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've pushed him to his phone.
Yeah, I know. Poor guy.
No, I'm calling the Uber right now.
Oh yeah, you gotta bounce.
I scheduled it very poorly.
Yeah, Jeremiah was kind enough to come, but there was, the fucking trains, huh, guys?
But
It's New York City, huh?
It wasn't your comment, but it did remind me to check my phone.
It's a very funny. You should have said it was the comment.
I mean, guys, I'm done now. All right, you don't do any research on me. This is ridiculous. Okay, you could have IMDb'd me just a second ago.
That'd be a great LA.
Yeah, can you believe
great LA bookend?
Yeah, can you believe the guy with a fucking broken nose and a black eye didn't do his research?
Do you want to know the funniest thing you could have done after Wolfgang? You were the saxophone guy on Kill Tony. Silence. My ride's here.
Yeah. So my Uber's here. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys so much.
Daddy,
Robbie has a real knack for picking co-hosts on podcasts.
Yeah, are you happy this is my 5th different podcast you've done?
Yeah, bro. I love you, dude. I'll keep doing every single one you do.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man.
I love every time Jeremiah has done Group Chat with Robbie Goodwin, The Loud Boys, Young Guns with Mike Figs, and now I think his favorite co-host yet, Wolfgang Hunter.
Did I beat Dalton?
I actually like Dalton a lot. Good night, everybody.
See you later, Jeremiah.
Bye. Yeah, I love getting big dogged.
That was pretty I've never seen him do that to anyone else. I have never seen him be.
It's what happens when people sense a star. When people sense a comedy prodigy, it's never, unless they're a girl, nobody's like, oh, let's lift them up. They're always like,
I was like,
how
I've
do I
never
be
seen
mean to this guy
Jeremiah
for no
be
reason?
mean, honestly, to almost anybody, but he was really good at it.
Yeah. But it's like mean in like a gay guy way, where it's like, it's not a direct insult. It's just like, oh yeah, you can talk like, yeah, no, interrupt
so
me. Go
funny.
ahead. Go ahead. It's like
That was
Jewish
so funny. You were
mother.
like, you were the saxophonist on Kill Tony. And I was like, I'm leaving. That might have been my favorite episode yet.
No, but here's the thing. I knew
Yeah.
exactly who he was.
Yeah.
That's just a bigger
I
big
know.
dog move.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He Uno reverse carded you a little bit.
A little bit. But no, not
No,
really.
I get
That's
you. I've
gonna-
done that. I've done that.
That's-
Here's why I'm laughing. I've done that exact thing where I like know somebody, but I don't want to let on that I know. You know, be like, oh, that's right, you were in that thing.
Oh yeah, but I was doing it in an evil way.
An evil.
Not in a like, oh, I'm gonna ingratiate myself by saying this thing. I already know. It's like just knowing something that person also knows that I kind of know.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then- so yeah, that's you guys aren't gonna see that, but that's gonna really bother him in the Uber ride to whatever cooler podcast he's doing.
Aaron Fee hands.
But yeah, guys, that's the episode, and that's the debrief. Switch over. We're gonna do the Patreon probably with Scott. Yeah, it's so weird
I'm
though
good again
when
at
like
stand-up.
bigger people are kind of like teasing you lightly, because it's like
Mm-hmm.
when I have such evil things like in the back of my brain, but it's
What's funny is I've never seen him do that. He's usually very kind to
yeah, he's
everybody.
usually
I didn't
very
see what
kind. Is what
happened.
I heard. Oh, he's just kind of mean to me.
He
for
was
no
roasting
reason.
Wolfgang
He was
like
roasting me. It's
crazy.
like, and I'm just like in the back of my head, it's like, don't bring up his stand up on the spot with Ian Fidance being cancer. Don't bring it up.
Oh,
Don't
you
bring it
should
up.
have. That would have been hilarious. I should have talked about that with him.
Yeah, it was remarkably bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
It's like Ian
Oh, really?
talk. Well, yeah, because it's like their stand up on the spot was like it was mostly Ian.
Oh, I
kind
thought
of
you were
doing
talking about
something.
when Ian was in the suit talking about communism.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
yeah,
Where he's
yeah,
talking about
yeah.
communism to like yuppies and tourists in Midtown, be like, "Yeah, you're all communists." It's like they're literally the furthest thing from that. These are the most late stage capitalists.
Hey, I'll bet you want to take 50% of my paycheck tonight. Well,
I was like,
Yeah,
crowd
like
work.
literally, they're not. Like you could, if they were any more late stage capitalism, they would have like the Disney logo branded on their fucking forehead.
the funniest part about that is he's dressed like he's in Glengarry Glen Ross. That's like
Yeah.
the funniest
a
part.
suit that's too big. For
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
like,
Well, apparently he
flopping
came back
around,
from a funeral or something. I think we talked about that with Mike.
I think that's what he said. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only suit he had. I
Something
miss
like that.
Jeremiah on Kill Tony.
He was great on Kill Tony. That's
Yeah.
when
He's
I,
the best part.
I
of Kill Tony.
pretended to not know he was on it.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah, it really made him upset.
At the very end, and then he called his Uber to leave almost immediately.
Immediately.
So funny, dude. Well, yeah, no
This
wonder. he's
fucking
being
guy.
an asshole. Yeah, of course, dude.
Well, no,
Why are you taking shots? Are you just trying to like see?
No,
test the
Because he had
water?
been taking shots for like 30 minutes.
Well,
true?
Jeremiah. Well, first he was like,
what was the shot?
first
that
of
he
all,
took?
the first one was Wolfgang interrupted. And
I interrupted with asking him a follow-up
you interrupted me
question.
talking about how you were interrupting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you were
Just now,
misrepresenting
yeah.
me.
Yeah, just
You
now.
didn't even let him represent it to misrepresent it.
I will not
didn't even
stand
let him
for.
get, like,
Listen, I will not stand for lies being spoken on this podcast. I will not stand.
It's
for
not a
it.
lie.
All
It's
the truth,
everything is-
all the truth will be out.
Oddly enough, Wolfgang interrupting caused another like riff.
Yeah.
I know.
But it's
yeah.
also
I'm
like, why is that
surprised,
so?
dude.
That's literally what a podcast is.
No,
It's
it's
just
not. You're
interrupting
supposed to
people.
listen to people
No, it's
and
not.
chime in.
No, it's not. I read the Come Down for Dummies fucking book. It's all about interrupting.
They
your
don't
friends.
interrupt on Come Town.
Absolutely, they
No,
do.
they don't.
That's one of
listen-
like the biggest things I've ever seen like Adam say like in complaint to like Nick at like Funny Moms, because he'll like host with Racine. It's like it's so nice to host with somebody that doesn't interrupt you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but Adam's the guy who gets interrupted.
Yeah, I think maybe they interrupt Adam, but when Stav and Nick are going, they're not interrupting.
Oh yeah,
each
I was
other.
just trying to ask him a follow-up question because I was engaged with what he was talking about.
If
But
you're
that's my
engaged,
bad.
you wouldn't interrupt.
What did Jeremiah say when you interrupted him?
He was like, "Is this guy just gonna keep interrupting me?"
Yeah.
That's good, Iris. I like that.
I know.
respect that.
I kind of laughed.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's good.
And then I interrupted him 7 more times.
Yeah. Well, that's how
Yeah.
you do it. That's podcasting 101.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
he did like
sorry, I missed
he
it.
liked your Peterson impression though.
Yeah, because it was better than his.
I heard his Joker through the door. That was
It was
amazing.
really good.
His
I
Joker's
grew up
really
listening to
good.
that Joker. So it was
Watching him do it, I was like, that's fucking good. Because I remember I
right.
listened, I saw his joke and I was like, I can't believe that's Jeremiah. And then I saw him doing it, I was like, damn, that's
That's
really
he's
what
good.
great.
makes me
He's a
sad
good
about
voice
the-
guy.
Yeah.
That's what makes me sad about the Kill Tony thing because it was so perfect.
Yeah.
He would just murder those characters.
He was great
And
at
he was
that.
so funny.
He was
so
like
much fun.
perfect at that thing.
I don't mean to shit on like everyone's doing fine, whatever. It's like a I don't know, it's like a roast show now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
It's much different. But it was so much more creative and like all over the place when Jeremiah was there.
Yeah, and it was less
And they had the
like
band.
and it was like actual comics going. I don't know. It was a little more.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of the old one more than the Austin one.
Yeah, no, I used to watch it and enjoy it. I never wanted to sign up for it because I think
Yeah.
that the central thing of being funny in a minute is flawed. It's very, very, very hard to do.
It's like late night now, though. You get on, you get in front of a bunch of people, and maybe they like your stuff.
But
If
are we supposed to?
If they anoint you and let you,
I
you know what I
know.
mean. If they just say you're good, you get
I
a
could
bunch
be
of
the next
stuff.
Hans Kim. Hans Kim, everybody.
Come with me, and you'll
Oh shit!
be-
At Skankfest, I introduced him as Tony, and I did kind of
That make him mad.
didn't make Jeremiah mad. He was just like he thought I was taking a shot at him. So there was a
You
little
introduced
drama. There was a little
Jeremiah
drama.
as Tony.
Yeah, I was like, I fired this guy from Kill
I
Tony,
see what you're
Jeremiah
saying.
Watkins, everybody.
Oh, so you brought him up as Tony.
yeah.
I,
thought you
didn't.
called him
I thought
Tony.
you called him Tony on
That's what I
accident.
No,
like a
I
Freudian
said,
slip.
This next guy, I fired him. Jeremiah Watkins. And he, Jeremiah's great. And the problem is I just and I could, every
with
time I
sense.
podcast with him, I always take shots, but he's a nice guy. He doesn't want to upset people. He won't even,
Unless you're
Jeremiah's one of the
Wolfgang.
only guys who also doesn't talk shit like
At
privately.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very.
Yeah, anytime we were doing anything remotely gossipy, like when I was making fun of the mothership.
I know. I
he
kept
was-
trying to like pull back. Even in private, he doesn't gossip. And it's a good trait.
That's
it's a
that's
great trait
good.
to have.
That's probably why he's made it so far.
Yeah, he has like
He just won't.
he has high emotional intelligence, unlike us,
Yeah, the mark of a
sweet boy.
sociopath.
or just a Christian.
Oh, is he Christian?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
good for him, dude.
he's like very religious.
That's really upsetting that a guy that has a faith in a higher divine power doesn't like me.
He spotted Damien in you, dude, immediately.
I've seen this.
I think he
before.
likes you. I just think he was like roasting you. Like he was like, all right, little brother energy over here.
I can't trust a Christian.
He didn't even roast Mike
my-
Figs.
That's my least favorite part about him.
Oh, how he's
Is
Christian.
that the Christian?
No,
That's
that's,
funny.
that's what
I
happens
wouldn't-
when you
I
get two
wouldn't know part of
alphas
that,
together, man. They scrap.
Jeremiah doesn't have like an alpha vibe.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
he's not. He's
Neither
very
of
not
us
really
do.
an
That's
alpha
the
at all.
joke,
He's a gentle
Scott.
guy.
God, what is
This
it
is a
with?
guy who like dented his face doing pull-ups.
What is? Yeah, I
that,
do.
that really was.
Did you
that-
address that yet?
Oh no, I did the fake joke thing, and that Jeremiah didn't like that when I was making fun of the mothership people. But yeah, I was actually how I did this was doing pull-ups in my room, and I just like did one too hard and slammed my nose into the fucking doorway. So.
That might have been when he roasted you, is because you started off making fun of the comedy mothership, where he probably has his deepest connections. Because those are all
Yeah.
comedy store people, and Jeremiah's like a comedy store guy.
I like that club, but you
No,
know.
I'm with you. I love shitting on it. And I was laughing, but I could tell like
No, but it's like I like that as a. I think you can make fun of it. I don't.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. That's just
enjoyed
not
going up
Jeremiah's
there. Yeah.
vibe.
I don't think Jeremiah likes to talk about comedy.
he likes to
He
talk
likes
about.
do riffs and stuff.
He doesn't like to talk
People
about
don't
the
like
people.
to talk. New York is like a place where people talk about comedy.
Yeah, but I don't know. We
yeah,
riffed
yeah.
and there wasn't really any riffs.
We're talking about impressions.
We're
and,
talking
like,
about impressions.
some
Then it got into the
impressions when I
nitty
was in
gritty
it.
of it. Yeah, we didn't really do the bits though. We just kind of like started going over the nuances of impressions.
No, we did a full scene as
Hobbs and
Jordan
Shaw.
Peterson. Yeah, Hobbs, Shaw, and Peter Griffin. Hobbs and Shaw and Peter.
This is the last episode. The last part of the episode is just like you guys just recapping the thing everyone
I
else
know,
just
no,
watched.
I
to me.
could tell.
I appreciate that.
Appreciate
I'm
that.
having a good time.
I know. Well, we have to explain what happened because it was just very. The note that
you.
it ended on was very funny.
So when you get bigger than Jeremiah, if that happens, are you gonna big dick him?
No,
Are you
I
gonna
don't.
remember this moment?
No, I don't care.
You're gonna remember this? Are you gonna log it in your? Do you have a bank?
I don't
You seem like a guy who like logs stuff, and you're like that guy was a dick to me once.
No, because it's like it gets overridden by the fact that he is a very talented, funny stand-up comedian. I only clock it when it's somebody that sucks that's doing it. And it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
merited. Like if Tim Dillon was to be really mean to me, it would probably like be upsetting for like weeks. But I would still not be like, fuck that guy, I need to tick him down. There's so few people that are like good at stand up and then actually do it at a level that I think is necessary and required to make a living off of it, even though people below that are able to. That like, why would I want to like take somebody down? That there's already so few fucking Ronan left, you know.
Ronan O'Brien.
Oh, Andy Richter.
I'm going to do this string dancer.
To have a Louis C.K. on, my good friend.
Oh, Walker Texas Ranger lever.
But yeah, like when somebody
he stabs himself with the Walker Texas Ranger lever. But you know what's funny? That's the exact opposite of what happened when I introduced you to Lev. When I introduced you to Lev, he was like, "I love this guy," and "Fuck you, Robbie." I introduced you to Jeremiah. It was like the total reverse. So you know, you take one, you win a game, you lose a game.
I think I'm just very New York, and he's LA, and sometimes it doesn't.
Honestly,
He's very LA.
he's very LA.
Yeah.
And I can code switch.
Yeah.
I can go back in my Cali.
But
vibes.
once again, like people like
how's the kid?
that happens a lot. Yeah, how's that affect your dates?
Yeah.
I've seen Jeremiah a lot on Red Bar.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we should.
We're not going to talk about that. That's my
Yeah.
one thing. I'm like, why are you going after Jeremiah? He's a nice guy.
He's a nice. Well, I don't
That's
think.
exactly why.
I know he's bullying.
That's
he's
exactly
bullying
why.
the nice kid.
Yeah.
But everyone else, I'm like, that's a good target, Red Bar, because that
he's
guy
a sweet
seems
boy.
evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, there's no hate in his heart or anything.
No, but
Yeah.
that's what makes
I think he's like. I think it's.
I
a
should have
thing,
maybe
yeah.
given more pushback, but it didn't feel
No,
like
I think
my
you're
place
fine.
to.
Yeah. It's endearing.
I didn't want to be mean to the
It's
person who
endearing to
brought
get
it.
owned on a podcast.
No, it's not.
The other day,
That's my whole mo.
And I didn't get owned. It was tit for tat.
the other day, the
Yeah,
two-
you're right. It was really a détente, an exchange of ideas,
Exchange
if
of
anything.
an intellectual coliseum.
Yeah,
of
I would
debates.
say so. You two were, you guys were mental gladiators there, sparring
Yeah,
in the
sparring.
dojo of
in the
discourse.
dojo of motherfucking discourse.
the other day, the two German shepherds got into like a fight, like a bad one.
Maya and
Yeah, and we had to
Dasha.
separate them. And Dasha won, and Maya, the look in her eyes is the same look that Wolfgang has.
That's
now.
hilarious. We did have to separate them. Yeah, that's so funny.
But, like Maya's been like laying in a bed.
This has been a very funny back-to-back episodes. Because last night Ivy was like, "You have a lot of anger in your heart to Wolfgang."
You know what Ivy said? She was
Yeah.
fun.
She was great.
I just think people sense my power and they're intimidated by it.
Ivy actually fit in perfectly
I can't
because we
argue
all
that.
just like were gossipy little girls.
Yeah, she kind of was
Yeah.
also good about like curbing you whenever you did a voice. She
Yeah.
would do it like you do to a dog. Where you're like,
yeah.
she was like Caesar Milan to like Robbie.
But then I gave her the eyes, and when I was like, "Borat's funny though," she was like, "All right."
She had Bobby like Altieri.
No,
energy
that-
a
she
little
did
bit,
a- she
more
did a-
vocal.
Yeah.
She did the podcast equivalent of like letting the dogs outside. It's like, I'm not gonna deal with this right now.
Right, yeah.
And
That's
so you're
hilarious.
just like doing like Borat.
I was like, my
over
wife.
there. And she's just like giving me like the meanest look and be like, "You gonna let him do that?" I'm like, dude, it's his podcast, bro. I'm just a guest.
I liked her whole thing of like, this ugly guy's hot. And it's
That
like,
is cool.
Shut up, dude. No, I don't like
What?
that.
Wait, which ugly guy?
I don't believe it.
What ugly guy? Girls like
I
ugly
can't
guys.
remember, but she was just like, I kind of like this about this ugly. I know it's like a bit, kind of,
Right.
but also it's like kind of not.
Well,
a
she
bit.
was saying
She said Red
liked-
Bar was hot.
She's saying Red Bar's
Red
hot.
Bar is hot.
Red Bar is hot.
But
He's
she was
an
saying,
attractive man.
who's the
Other
guy?
than that- he's
Brian
like dying,
Holtzman,
right?
Yeah,
she was
he's
saying
dying.
Brian Holtzman was a.
Oh, okay,
an
yeah,
old guy way.
sure. But
Yeah,
girls,
that's a crazy thing to say.
because
No,
she
but
liked his stand-up.
Girls
I
like
love
old
Brian
mean
Holtzman.
guys with money.
I think
Yeah, I
girl brain is also just like, yeah.
Also, young girl brand, they're so broken.
Young-
And she's an internet person.
Girl brain just senses.
It's like,
She hasn't,
Yeah.
she hasn't, she hasn't been socialized correctly. She hasn't gone to college.
Girl brain just
So
senses
she's
power.
gonna fuck Brian Colts.
That's good for.
What are you gonna do? You gonna fuck me right now? yeah. Get on my dick.
Well, Ivy
Give me
kind
the
of
blowjob, bitch.
Ivy kind of has like
What are you
the.
doing?
Alright,
What are
whatever.
you doing? You fucking me? You fucking me?
Brian Holtzman is like Robert De Niro.
He kind of did that to Chris Cheney because we had Brian Holtzman and Chris Cheney on.
This is why Jeremiah yelled at him.
At him, yeah, because he's
It's not the same without the gun. to wave
Wolfgang's
around.
like, if I'm the loudest, I get to talk.
Pretty much.
That's
Dude.
how it worked in the house.
That's how it
true.
works. That's how it
does
works
work.
in the house, bro.
Yeah, I can
That's
tell.
how it works in the house,
Does
bro.
your family talk a lot and it's hard to get a word in?
Yeah, but I've become fucking distant from them, so I don't really even worry about that.
But that's probably why you
Oh,
do
wow.
that. It's
probably.
your-
I mean, yeah, but you know, it wasn't
my
hard.
family's like that too.
It's more of like it was easy to figure out how to talk over my mom and my sister because if you're just like sound like you know what you're talking about, they'll stop talking. But it's more of my dad because he's
they're
kind of
women.
evil.
Here's the thing: interrupting women is goated. I will
Yeah,
never
yeah,
ever
yeah.
get mad at you for
With the
interrupting a woman
sauce?
with the sauce. Interrupting another fella. Pause. How you gonna interrupt another man?
How you gonna pause right now? How you gonna sit in this moment with me? Play. How you trying to sit in the moment with another man? He's gay as hell. Trying to lock eyes with me in this silence. You like this? That's what gets your little dick hard? Pause.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Did you guys watch that Diddy raid?
I watched the
That's
Diddy raid.
fucking crazy.
I'm trying to figure
Did you
out where
see
he's
that?
at
Like,
right
there
now.
was that current. They also like clipped in like a video of him having a meltdown, and he's like screams like, "I get what I want. When I see
That's
something,
old.
and I want."
That's
Okay.
old. That's an old
2002.
meme. That's an old meme.
Okay, cool. I didn't know. Yeah, he just seems like a guy like when he's cornered, he freaks out like a rabbit.
Black
animal.
Twitter loves misinformation.
Why
They
is it-
love spreading misinfo.
He literally like got on a jet. Like his,
Yeah.
they don't know if I don't know.
Yeah,
if he's
Black
on it.
Twitter's like-
I guess they didn't charge him, but like he flew on a jet.
Black Twitter literally clips in like a picture of the planes hitting the towers. Like Diddy's jet has just crashed into the World Trade
I mean,
Center
literally.
in 2024.
They're like, here's a live look at P. Diddy. Look at him. He's nervous. He's with Jay-Z right now. They're on an island. It's like-
They're on an island called
a child.
Hiroshima, and there's a bomb about to be dropped.
well, they keep like tweeting out.
This is happening
and by
right
they,
now.
I mean, you know, Twitter people. They're like they keep
We
being
know
like,
what you meant by that.
they're like, Oprah's next and Beyonce's next. I'm like, I think you say this every time there's something scandal. And it's like, are you guys just mad at your girlfriend? Are you just annoyed with Beyonce and Oprah because your girlfriends like them? So you were like,
They just
please
know.
let them go down.
we want our girlfriends to
please."
have nothing.
Exactly.
I
mean,
know these
they'll
rich
have
bitches are
nothing.
doing something.
yeah, exactly. Or
That's what it is.
I think it's more
just like mad.
I think it's also just like it'd be really funny if my girlfriend was sad because Oprah's a pedophile.
Maybe if my girlfriend was sad, I get a little bit of sloppy top.
This Diddy thing is great.
You know what I'm
though.
saying? My girlfriend's
having a good
upset. I
time
get a
with it.
little
I
bit
like
of extra head.
When someone gets canceled and you don't care about them, it's what a blast.
I wonder
It's like
how-
fun. It's like the rabbit hole goes deep with Diddy. There's a lot of fun internet research to do.
You remember Martha Stewart went to jail and she just got cooler?
Yeah.
I think that's how it works for women celebrities.
Yeah,
They
because they
kind
don't
of get
do
cooler.
Yeah, look at fucking what's her name? Rose, Gypsy Rose.
Yeah, now she has like a career. Now people like want to. She's got to make apology videos.
She's
which
like a
means
social
doing
media
well.
star, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I guess people told her to stop or something, so she's not doing that anymore. But for a second, all the Bushwick,
Probably just because the way her face looks.
all the Bushwick girlies like, okay, slay queen, you know, like they were like super into her.
That's because they like retards.
They like
They like
evil
retarded
women.
people on the internet.
Women love evil women, like outwardly evil women.
They just support.
They love a
women,
Cruella de Vil,
without
you know, so-
any kind of like. you know, it
Elizabeth
doesn't
Holmes has
matter.
like a fan base.
Yeah, 'cause she's
I
a
didn't-
girl boss. She still did it.
The
Yeah.
girl, the
She
girl
still
that
got there.
made the fake diabetes testing thing, or for the
Yeah, the blood testing.
blood
Ozempic?
testing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of talks like this. She had like a fake voice.
She made white
She's
sickle
awesome.
cell.
I'd love to
Oh
fuck her.
yeah.
She made sickle cell for white
very
people.
hot.
You know, a lot of people think when I said she was hot a lot, I got a lot of pushback. People think,
She's hot, especially now that she's not trying to look like a dude.
Yeah.
Like purposely look
yeah,
and
yeah,
sound
yeah.
like a dude.
Oh, her in that prison outfit, my dog.
Yeah, dude. Well, she gave an interview and her hair is all
There's
shitty.
some
yeah, yeah,
movement.
yeah. It's cool.
I see some movement in the back.
What?
Oh.
That's what black guys say when there's like you have a big ass. It's like
Nice.
I see some movement back there.
Like a Navy
Paul.
SEAL.
Damn, dude. Now, but I'm rethinking. I need to really start being more cordial with like people I don't know that are like.
You were cordial, you'll
established.
find. He was kind of bullying you. It's fine. It's just like
Okay,
it's
yeah,
just
because
funny.
like, did I ever tell you what I did to Josh Adam Myers when I was doing?
I will say you should work on interrupting. That's like the one.
Yeah.
That was a good note on his part.
Yeah, but I have something to say that will get a laugh.
Yeah, I know. So do I. But yeah, what did Josh Myers say? Was he like, "What do you do for work?"
No, that's sort of part. So that's part of. I was doing the fucking. I was doing.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah, look at you, and then I scream, do. You're in accounting. Account for this.
I'm gonna go do some push-ups in the back.
Yeah. Then after says, yeah, I rock that. I
bought a Porsche because my mom co-signed on the loan.
Good luck.
Did I ever
following
tell you
that.
that's how he hit on my
That's
girlfriend
not
one
true.
time?
Is that real?
Yeah, he hit on my girlfriend one time at Stand Up New York because I went to go take a piss, and she's like, this weird guy that came up next to me,
He sung at me.
and was just like hitting on me. He was telling me about how like he like does something for Comedy Central, and he like his mom helped him pay off his credit card and get a Porsche or something. Which is so
What
funny
a
how
flex. What a
that's
flex.
so funny. That's how he spits game. And I was
No,
like,
I'm
who
back
was
on his
it?
side now.
And she's like
Yeah,
that.
that's cool.
And she's like that guy
pretty
up on stage. She points through the window to the showroom, and I just see him being like, "Hey, everybody, what are you doing?"
Like through the window.
Yeah, I can see like I can't even hear
I'm
it.
gonna fuck your girlfriend. She's impressed by my Porsche. My mom paid for it.
To be
Yeah,
completely
my
fair,
mom
he could
is my
fuck every girl I've
fiduciary
ever dated.
provider.
What's that?
He could probably fuck every girlfriend I've ever dated.
Oh, he's like hot. He's a hot guy. That's why it's funny to make
that's
fun
the part,
of him.
Yeah,
He's
that's
a
the part
hot
I
guy,
can't
but
argue
he
with.
has like little man's brain, which is like
Yeah, that's why he's
if you
singing
don't
and
date
doing
retarded
push-ups.
women, like my girlfriend was like, "Yeah, that guy's a faggot." And, like, But like it was just so funny.
He's just got intense sober guys. It's like Steve-O. Like
Oh yeah,
guys who are like
I
addicted.
was talking to one of our
Addicted to
mutual
sobriety.
West Coast friends. I won't say who, but he was just like, "Yeah, you tried to fuck my wife once." I mean, it's I don't.
Who was it?
I'm not gonna say it on the podcast.
Who?
'Cause-
No, but who was it though? Who?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but he was just like, it's not his fault. He's an addict brain. You know, they can't help it.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, that's the most
What a
zen.
sweetheart,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's so zen
It's
about
true,
it.
though.
But yeah, it's just so funny. My mom is my fiduciary provider.
I took out a loan. I can pay. I'm good for it. I can pay you back because you're my mom.
But that's like my
But hopefully you die before I have to.
That would be good for me. Free money from your parents, but I don't wish death on my parents. All right, everybody, we're ready to rock. This first comedian,
Give it up
Ryan
for
Long.
everybody. Give it up for Jelly Roll.
Ryan Long, dude. Ryan Long's another sweet boy.
Yeah, but
I love
that's
Ryan.
the connection. Is I was doing Polishuk show, who's like
Oh,
Ryan
nice,
Long's
yeah.
boy. I was doing his podcast with
Yeah.
Derek, and Josh walks in, and I just kind of reflexively go like, "Look who's walking into the green room!" And he
You
just
get
like
mad?
looked at me, and I see him go to the producer like, "Who's this guy?
Ah.
Who's this guy that just did that to me?"
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he'd. I think I've
No,
done
I
the
feel like he
impression.
hates
I've
this,
done the
yeah,
impression.
probably.
Adam, he's not enjoyed it.
No, of
Yeah.
course. But that's like, it's not an impression. It's
It
not
is.
even an impression. It's
No, it's
literally
not.
what you're doing.
Exactly.
Almost like word for word. Like, I don't know what to tell
Robbie,
you.
if a younger comic went up to you and was like, "I'm Peter," would that make you mad?
I'd be like, oh hey Peter.
Oh, hi,
I'm also Peter.
I'm also Peter.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, you're better than me. You do whatever. All the
yeah,
things.
everything,
But still,
yeah.
you're doing that.
But
That's
yeah,
what you're
that's
doing.
the problem. Is my
Fine.
reflexes is like I
I
don't
can't
feel
do it.
intimidated by these people comedically. So then I think I shoot my mouth off to me. Like I put my foot in my mouth and I like shoot it with a gun. You know, I shoot
Yeah.
myself in the head while my foot's in my mouth, so to speak.
Him, I'm more worried about like actually hitting me.
Who?
Josh.
Yeah.
No, it's not me.
yeah,
That, like,
yeah.
would hit
Jeremiah
you
seems
for
like a
real.
nice guy that he'd just be like, okay, who's this? I don't care. But like,
That's because he doesn't have the options Josh does.
Yeah.
what are the options?
He's also a nice.
His push-ups. The fact that he works out.
Hey, Jeremiah did beat
and Josh
Lewis.
have like the exact opposite bodies of each other.
Jeremiah did. He's sneaky athletic. He beat Lewis in a slap fight. It's like the only
pretty
fight
cool.
Lewis has ever lost.
How do you a slap? How do you
He
win
channeled
or
the
It's
lose?
power
like
of
slap
God.
boxing.
Yeah, but slap boxing.
Yeah.
Beat by who?
Beat, I don't know.
Well, they have like, probably the blind producer
I forget.
judging.
I just know Lewis's fans always bring it up, and he's like, I didn't lose.
Yeah.
But I guess he did lose. All right.
Yeah, that sounds like something a guy that lost would say.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I know. That's why it's funny. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Live show, May 31st here at Grove 34. Join the Patreon at Robbie
Oh, we're
Goodwin.
doing a live show. Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah. Should have said that up top.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's that? Whatever.
Yeah, don't plug the rest of your stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, patreon.com / What About Rob, at What About Robbie on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you.
All right, and you can catch me interrupting Mike Racine on June the 2nd at the Charlotte Comedy Zone. Still going to plug that date. I'll be featuring out there. Still working on something at Good Nights maybe for the 6th. I'll still probably be hanging out there, but just doing a couple spots in North Carolina. Come to our live show. And on April 5th, we're also doing a show, too, we're doing the Cigarette Club show for
Oh,
Lauren.
no, I had to drop out of that.
You had to drop out of that?
Yeah, I forgot I'm going to be in Boston.
Oh, you're going to be in Boston? That
Yeah.
sucks. All right, well, what
I think she's
venue
mad
is that
me.
at?
What's that?
Is it Littlefield?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
go see that. Go see
All right.
Lauren's great.
Lauren's
And
great.
Wolfgang's great, and that's a cool show. So yeah, go
I'm
to
all right.
Littlefield.
Robbie's great.
I'll be
Go
seeing
see
the
him in
Celtics
Boston.
game that day, though.
Plug your Boston dates.
Boston Comedy Club on the 6th and 7th, and also the Mendoza Line that Saturday. And, maybe some other stuff. Just follow me on Twitter and Instagram.
And Scott, what do you have to plug?
Scott Hall stand up, grove34.com. I'm on the road a bunch in the April, but they're all like Ron
Do you have any
Heron
things here where you'll be
barricades.
hosting?
Dude, let me get
No,
a reference.
not on the.
I need it. All right.
If you're in New York, come to Grove
What's that? Oh, you
34.
wanna go?
Yeah.
I'll do fucking
talk to
runs.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does Joe's stuff too. I know.
I think I'm in like Minnesota. Fucking
Joe List? Or Joe Gorman?
Joe
Gorman.
Gormania.
Like
Yeah.
Gormaniac.
Oh yeah, he's cool. Yeah. And Kelly too.
All right. Check out Joe. All right. Bye everybody.